day 6 of Bali. Today's my Sabbath, so I'm not doing any work, any writing. I am filming, but I'm not editing. I am going to go to the Tegalalang rice terraces, which is where that iconic swing is. And it's supposed to be really pretty, although I've heard that once you see rice terraces, you've seen them all. It's more rice terraces, but I'm excited. These are like the famous rice terraces, so we'll see if they're any different than all the other rice terraces around here, but I'm excited. I was going to run it. It's only 5 miles away, but it's too late now. It's like almost 10 a.m. and the sun is out and hot, and I'm not signing up to do that. So I am going to take a motorbike taxi up, and then I might walk back. To be determined how I feel. I was going to walk there, but I don't want to be that hot and sweaty when I get there. And my other goal for today is to even out my horrible tan lines. And yeah, hopefully this will help. I've actually gotten really tan, like my arms are a lot more tan since I've gotten to Bali, and I've only been here a couple days. So hopefully wearing a strapless top will help even this part out, but we'll see. So here we go. Well, the motorbike taxi was the best $2 I've spent in a long time. It was a 25-minute ride from town up to here, and it was so fun, but I was not brave enough to pull out my phone and film it, but that's okay. I'm here, I understand why this is a big deal. It was 50 IDR to get in, which is almost double what my taxi was. And it's cool, it's big, and I'm excited to explore. There is a zip line. There we are. There's a zip line up above, which I opted not to do because I hate heights. They also have like a ton of swings. A ton of swings you can do, all for a small fee. It's really not that expensive. It's a cool place. I definitely understand why it is so popular. I wonder what season rice is like in, or if it's just all year. I feel like it's green, but it's not as green as like pictures I've seen, so maybe the pictures were just edited, or else maybe rice is not in season. My tan lines are really distracting for me. I really hope today evens them out a little bit. I should have turned on my tracker to see how far I was walking. So that is the tourist center where you enter, and then you walk down into the rice fields. The swing is up there. There's someone swinging in it, or was. Yep, there they are. And then the zip line is over here and goes all the way up to there. It would be really cool to do if I didn't hate heights so much. I think if I come back to Bali with people, I would consider ziplining. I just don't think I have it in me today. It's really amazing that something as simple as rice could be this beautiful. Like, wow. Not really sure if there is like a specific path. I feel like I'm walking towards the zip line, which is not where I wanted to go. They told me I could walk along the one side of the rice terraces. Oh yeah, this leads to the zip line. All right, turning around. And once again, I've hit a dead end with the zip line. Whole section behind me, and I can't figure out how people get over there. I need a map. All right, this looks new. Oh, but it's turning. That's so weird. Like, there are definitely people who cannot figure it out. Also really cool looking how they do this irrigation. Like, it's really impressive, but also really old school. The tan parts of me look really tan. Well, there's definitely a lot of people here too. You can tell that it is a tourist spot. I see why it's a tourist spot because it's so pretty, but it definitely is a tourist spot. From what I've seen, you could really do it in like a day or two because a lot of the things to come to, you don't have to be here very long to be able to see it. So it just depends on what kind of tourist you want to be and how in-depth you want to see things. But it doesn't take a lot of time if you don't want it to take a lot of time. There are some roads around here that are on my map that are not part of this tourist trap. Tourist location. Okay, it's not a trap, it looks like this. It's pretty, but... And I'm gonna go see if I can explore a little bit of the area. There is a coffee plantation nearby that I would love to check out, and we'll see what else I find. Okay, that was fun. That was under 30 minutes. Now I am walking down a busy street. I'm trying to find a cafe and a coffee plantation that I see on my map. Alright, I found the road that leads behind the rice terraces that is not a tourist trap. But I'm excited to explore this side of things, hopefully less touristy. People on motorbikes keep asking what I'm doing and if I want a taxi ride. I guess this is not a walking road. Okay, well, I found my way up a very steep hill. And there's another spot to overlook the rice terrace up here. I did not ask how much tickets were. They really try and talk you into things once you express interest. So now I'm walking down the very large hill and then up the other very large hill on this little road, and I'm going to go find the coffee plantation. Well, that was easy to find. Literally has the humongous cat thing. They're the things that eat coffee beans, then poop them out, and then make really expensive coffee out of those coffee beans. Everything was coming with a tour. I got tired of people trying to sell me stuff, so I'm just going to go back to Ubud and get some good coffee. So I came back to town. I didn't end up going to the coffee plantation because it was packed with people, and I guess the norm is to do the rice terraces, then the coffee plantation, then a waterfall that's about 20 minutes away. It was just the wrong pace. Today, of all days, my Sabbath day, I just want like a laid back, relaxed day. It was just not what I wanted. So I've reapplied sunscreen and now I am on a walk. Hopefully that will be at least partially shaded because I am feeling it. I can see how people do the area in like a day or 2 days or even 3 days. Because if you're willing to just have a fast pace of exploring, you can just go and get everything done. Some people prefer to travel that way. Having a jam-packed schedule, getting everything done, taking all the pictures. I can travel that way, and I think I used to travel that way more. But now, my main goal is not just to see everything, lay eyes on everything, and snap the picture. I just don't like exploring places in a hurry, especially with Bali. Part of the beauty of Bali is that there are so many layers. There's a lot of old buildings. A lot of them are like religious buildings, but there's a lot of old buildings that are kind of built back and everything is like layered, which takes time to explore and get to see all of. And I'm not in a hurry. I'm in Bali for 30 days. Everyone's like, oh, that's so long. It's how you enjoy a place though, and you get to know like the heartbeat. There are definitely different ways to travel, and you get to pick the pace you want, and the pace doesn't even have to be the same every day. Today's pace for me is this. It's not pounding through a bunch of chores with hundreds of other people doing the same thing. It was fun seeing the rice terraces earlier, which was crowded, but it was fun to see. But I've had enough of big crowds for today. When you travel, you have to decide what your purpose is for your trip. I like to ease into places and see what they have to offer and see the nature. And I can travel in a hurry. You know, certain trips I will, certain places if I'm with other people and that's their pace, but when I solo travel, I get to choose my pace. Unless I'm trying to see everything I can possibly see in a really short period of time. Normally, my pace of travel is pretty relaxed. I've also found that a lot of tourist places are designed to not take that long. They know that people want to just show up, lay eyes on it, and snap the picture. And so a lot of things are designed to not take very long, unless you want them to. Picking your pace when you travel definitely decides how your trip goes. But it's also something that can be adjusted. Like, I started off today thinking that I was going to do all these things, and I don't want to do all those things, so here we are on a countryside stroll in the middle of more rice paddies. That's what I want for my Sabbath. These fairy tale homes. Across a field of rice paddies. If the Weasleys lived in Bali, I feel like one of those would be their house. pretty and relaxing and soothing to the soul. I feel like this is what I wanted for my day, and so I'm glad I tried this walk out. It's called like the organic walk or something on the map. It was labeled. That might be a place that's along here, but it's this cute paved path that just keeps going through rice fields. I don't know if I'll ever get sick of looking at rice fields. Something that traveling keeps teaching me over and over and over again is that it's going to work out. I always have to fight this impulse of, oh, if I'm somewhere where I know we'll have what I want, I need to get it because it won't be around later. Like today after my coffee, I went and I got a juice because I'm not doing food today, only liquid. And I mean, it was a good juice, but I got it then because I felt like I'd never walked this way before and they probably wouldn't have juice. Well, guess what? There are tons of juice places that I've passed, most of which with better prices than the one that I bought. So I bought a super organic, you know, I bought a very LA juice, an LA juice in Bali. And these wouldn't have been the same, but they still would have been a juice, which is what I wanted. A little part of me was like, you don't need to rush. You don't need to get this right now because there will be some later. And the other part of me was like, it's really hot. If I don't have a juice soon, I'm going to be upset and overheating. And so I got it, but now I'm walking this path. I'm just kind of laughing at myself, like, I don't need to rush to find the things that I need, and I don't need to worry that there aren't going to be more options later, because there's always more. Especially when I'm in a town that caters to tourists and I'm walking a path that is on a map. It's definitely in the countryside. There are definitely more businesses along here than I was expecting, but I did not need to rush and get my juice. I could have gotten one here, but lo and behold, you live and learn. Look at the bird. The nature here is beautiful. I love how it's a little wild, a little crazy, definitely untamed, but also at the same time, you just have fields of rice that are cultivated by people. So there's this balance that just looks vibrant, and I love it. One of my taxi drivers was telling me about the rice because he grew up just north of the town here, and he said that rice that looks like this probably has like a month left to go, and you know that it's ready to harvest soon when the stalks turn yellow. I thought that was interesting, but I guess all the fields that I've been passing that have like barely anything in it or just mud have just been harvested, and that's why they're empty or they're waiting to be planted. I think I'm putting away my camera for the rest of the day. I am just going to have a relaxing finish to my nature walk. I have to go back the way that I came, and it's been at least a few miles, so that'll be fun. But thanks for coming along with me. I hope you have enjoyed seeing all of the fields of rice today, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.